Alright, hey guys, we're back for another episode of Terraria. I don't know how much more episodes it's going to be, but I'm sensing it's not going to be very many, because, well, I mean, there's literally nothing but this last event and the final boss. So, really, this is just going to be continuously do the event over and over again until I can actually beat the final boss. Looking at my gear right now, this is pretty good kit. I believe I actually had everything fully prepared at the end of the last episode. You can see I've got all of my, armor set up. This is my, not single set, this is my single set. I don't know if I'm going to go in. I don't know which armor set I'm going to be using for the final fight. Probably put this away. I'll keep this one with me. It's very inaccurate, so despite doing 257 damage, it's probably not all that useful. I'll probably build an arena about now, and then see you guys once that's done. Oh, I just saw something actually. Interesting. Take a look at this. So, if you see the desert, remember I contaminated this? You can see that I didn't get it perfectly, so the crimson's already completely spread back into the desert. So, this is why I like biome blockers. If you don't use a biome blocker, you're gonna have to come back here, like, probably, like, once a day to keep it off your base. And I'm not a big fan of that, so I just, I build biome blockers. I've been thinking, because I've actually first tried every boss in this world so far, and I kind of like the idea of keeping that. I mean, aside from the Destroyer, which spawned naturally, but I've first tried every boss that I fought with my prep. So I'm thinking, well, my intention was actually that I'm not expecting to beat the moonlord on this first try. I was thinking that I was going to give the moonlord a shot, and if it didn't work out, then I'd go back for more prep. But I'm actually thinking that maybe I should try and keep the streak going and over-prepare for the moonlord to try and get it first try. Because I've never actually gotten it like first try before. Even on my hardcore worlds, I just realize I'm about to die and then quit out. So I think it'd be kind of neat to get a legit first try moonlord run. So I think that I will go all out with the potions and the preparation here. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to fight the Martian Invaders event to get a Cosmic Car Key. I'm going to have to go fishing to get some special fish for some certain really strong potions. So I'll probably see you guys over in space. Never mind. Well, I just realized that actually I checked the wiki. You cannot spawn the Martian Madness event while the pillars are up, which means that I've locked myself out of that already. So I'm going to be going only with the potions. I'll check the wiki quickly for what potions I need to be getting. I was still looking at potion effects, but actually the King's Land spawn, so just like watch this get annihilated. You can really see how far we've come in the world, because we just do so incredibly much damage now. I've started clearing out my inventory, by the way, for because this is going to be pretty much the last preparation. I'm just going to go on a fishing trip, grab the potions, and then head to the fight. I mean, of course, I am going to have to kill the pillars first, but yeah. So before I end up going off fishing, I'm going to be actually trying to get some bait. So in order to get bait, I'm going to need to go around, just kind of walk around. You see these little bits of debris on the ground? If you break those, there's a chance that a worm will spawn, and you can just bug net the worm. In order to keep my summon from killing it, I bought a critter companionship guide from the, zoologist. So having a zoologist will, oh, pillars right here, I guess I'll head the other direction. But the zoologist critter companionship guide makes it so that my summon won't accidentally annihilate the worm. Because I'm trying to get as much bait as I possibly can in order to fish for a while, because I am going to need quite a few very annoying fish. I'm going to need actually a fish from a corruption world, one fish from Underground Crimson. I'm going to need a fish from the Underground Jungle, I believe, and another fish from the Underground Caverns. So altogether, there's just going to be a lot of fishing going on. The jungle is a particularly good place to look for bait, by the way. There's a lot of these little bush shrub things on the ground, and I believe they also have a higher spawn rate of bugs anyway. Like you see there, I got 3 bugs out of a single thing. Okay, I've got the fiberglass fishing pole, which is a pole that I got randomly from just hanging out in the jungle. You can get the, I think it's called a sitting duck fishing pole from the Traveling Merchant. That's a pretty good one. I believe the fiberglass and the sitting duck poles are the 2 best ones you can get outside of the golden pole, which you have to get from doing an absurd amount of fishing, which I'm not doing. So, I'm probably gonna see if I have any fallen stars left around here, because you can craft fallen stars with worms to make a better type of bait. Oh, I have 17 worms over here. I didn't even realize I had those. But you can make enchanted night crawlers out of worms and fallen stars, so I'll do that about now. And craft. There we go. So you can see these guys have got considerably better bait power than most of the other bait bits. Higher fishing power just means that you're more likely to get you're more likely to get a decent catch. So, I'll head over, I'll check the wiki again to see which fish I'm gonna be catching first. Alright, the first place I'm gonna be fishing is the underground caves. You need 300 blocks of water that are exposed to, or at least kind of have like nothing above them, so no rocks above them. So I'm just gonna take out all the overhangs here, and then try and get this in approximately one area, and then I'll see you guys once this is set up. Right, actually I forgot about something. I don't recommend fishing without a sonar potion. You can go without a fishing potion, but a sonar potion I would strongly recommend that you get. You're gonna need coral in order to make a sonar potion, so I'm just gonna head to the ocean real quick and grab a couple bits of coral. So yeah, 6 coral should probably be more than enough. I'm only gonna need a couple fish. And then checking the recipe online, I see water leaf and coral. I believe I do have enough water leaf in my herbs chest already. Yeah, okay. So, and some water bottles, and now I can make myself a couple of these potions that I need. All over here, right. So, sonar potion. I'll make, what, 5? 5 is probably going to be more than enough. I'll see you guys back down in the cave. You know, actually, I was looking around at the potions wiki, and there might actually not exist a, fishing potions might actually not exist. I might have just been completely, like, making up nonsense there. But, so I made a very rough fishing setup here. My dragon will keep me safe from the underground enemies. We're supposed to have 300 blocks of water that's connected to the surface. I'm willing to bet that this is more than 300 blocks. It just looks like a lot, so I'll drink a sonar potion and then just start fishing. So yeah, I'll show you guys what it looks like just to start off with. So you click down here, and then it'll show you like what fish you get because of the sonar potion. This will let you not waste your bait until you actually get something that you... Oh, okay, there we go. So that's actually the fish that I need. I'm probably gonna get 3 of each of the types that I need though, just to make sure that I you know, don't end up regretting it later, because I don't want to have to come back down here and fish again. So I'm going to try and get 3 of each of the types of fish that I need, and I'll see you guys over at the next pond. Alright, so the next fish I'm going to be needing is the Hemopiranha from the Crimson. So the cave fish, by the way, they are going to be used to make endurance potions, which make you take 10% less damage from all sources, which, as you can imagine, is quite strong. The next fish is going to be the Crimson, that Hemopiranha I just said, and that will make the Rage potion, I believe. I can't remember if it's Rage or Wrath. It's pretty much the same difference anyway. But one of them gives you 10% more crit chance, and one of them gives you 10% overall damage. I believe the crit chance potion is from the Crimson, and the crit chance potion is from the Corruption. So I am actually just I'm gonna do a little bit of world skipping here. It's a little bit cheaty, but there is a legitimate way to go about it. I just don't want to. I don't want to take the time to do it. So yeah, I'll see you guys down in the pond here. Alright, this is probably enough water space. I don't like making custom fishing ponds. I like just looking on the map and seeing around the world, hey, where's some water, and just going there. So, yeah, this is probably about 300 blocks of exposed water. I mean, it's probably a considerable amount more, but yeah, I'll just get to fishing again. Okay, that's the first team of piranha. You can see in my inventory, actually, that I've caught a couple things I wasn't supposed to. The Crimson Tigerfish always confuse me because they're like, they look really similar. And I grabbed the Mythical Crate. I immediately regretted grabbing the Mythical Crate because I realized that I probably didn't need the drops from it. So, yeah, I'll see you guys once I have the other 2. Oh, wow, that was actually really fast. It took me a really long time to get the first one, but the second one came almost instantly. Oh, wow, the third one came really fast, too. So there's 3 Hemopiranhas. The next fish will be, I believe, the variegated lardfish. I'll check the wiki, but I'm pretty sure that's underground jungle. It is, in fact, underground jungle, so I'm gonna pile on over. Mirror home so I can get to my grass pylon so I can get here. Careful not to aggro all of the killer enemies. So I'll look for a solid fishing spot. I bet here is good, so I'll head down there. I can use the tunnel down to my arena to get a little head start on getting there. I'm seeing this as a nice water spot too, but I don't know if that even counts as jungle since it's in the granite biome. Granite fishing sounds like it would be kind of neat. Like, I bet you could find some, well, if they implemented stuff for that, I bet you could find some neat fish for there. I was heading over, and actually I found this pool of water over here. This looks like quite a large pool of water, so I bet if I just set this one up, I don't have to go all the way down to the other one that was near lava lair. So yeah, I'll quickly set up this pond. You basically just have to make as much water exposed to the surface as possible. So like this overhang here, if I just take out this overhang, I should get quite a bit of exposed water. The line broke on the first one, that's unfortunate. There's a second one. Looks like they're not too uncommon, so it should be relatively fast grind. I just saw that my sonar potion ran out, so I'll drink a new one. Oh, traveling merchant's here. I'll probably see what he has to sell after I get these other 2 fish. Oh wow, that was fast. Okay, there's a third one. I'm gonna take a look at what the traveling merchant man has to sell. Absolutely useless. That's not very many items. I'm surprised that I sold so little considering I'm using the satchel. I had the traveling merchant satchel thing. Let me check the wiki again real quick. Right, okay, so the next potion on my list is going to be the life force potion. None of these fish actually craft the life force potion. You get it from getting a fish from the underground hallow, but I haven't really explored the underground hallow at all. It's going to be on this band here, but that seems like kind of an annoying exploration. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to take the easy way out, and I forgot to bring my hell key. This is why I like to have these items always in my inventory, but Shadow Key, Shadow Chests in Hell actually have a chance of having Life Force potions in them. And Life Force potions give you I believe it's a 20% increase to your health pool. So on 500, a Life Force would give me 600 total health, which is pretty good, honestly. In my opinion, Life Force potions are really good. Even better than the Wrath, Rage, and Endurance. So yeah, I'm going to head down to Hell and see you guys once I find some Life Force potions in these chests. Yeah, honestly, at this point, I've seen enough. I went through a lot of the chests in the underworld. The fact that I still haven't found Life Force Potion means that they probably just took them out of those chests. Or maybe I'm getting absurdly unlucky, but either way, I'm sure it'll be faster for me to just go to the Hallow and fish. Look at that acceleration right there. I believe it's coming from the, I believe that's coming from the acceleration bonus from the mech bosses, when you, like, get that. Oh, wait, there's a Hello Mimic here. I didn't even realize. That's funny. I can kind of just ignore it now, though. Even though it's a mini-boss, it still just gets annihilated by my summon alone. I believe this is 300 blocks, hopefully, maybe, possibly, but regardless, you don't have to strictly look only for 300 blocks, though. You can look for just anywhere that has, I believe it's 100 or 200 blocks or more, but 300 blocks is just better fishing. So, yeah. See you guys once I find those prismatic lace queen. No, that's not. I'll know it when I see it. I'll tell you when I see it. Huh. Oh, I got a quest item. I guess I can talk to the angler and give him that. I didn't even realize that was what I was looking for. Prismites are what the fish that I'm looking for right now. Prismites will make me my life force potions. So yeah, 2 more of those. Finally, the second prismite. That one took a long time. Oh, and the third one was actually very short. Okay, so there we go. That is all of the fish that I can actually get. Well, not really all the fish I can get in this world, but I'm gonna need some fish that come from the corrupt biome. And while the crimson is a type of corruption, it is not itself the corruption. The corruption is a purple version of the crimson, and it's not in this world. So one way that I could do it is I could kill myself repeatedly, get a graveyard biome around the dryad, and then she would sell me corruption seeds, and I could plant corruption seeds, wait for them to spread, build a fishing pond in the artificial corruption, and then I could fish there. But that's a lot of effort, and I don't really want to do that, so I'm just going to ignore that and go to actually a corruption world. Okay, fishing potions. I swear, I knew I wasn't going insane when I thought those were a thing. Alright, so I'm going to quickly check what these special fish I caught do, because I want to see, because I don't actually go fishing all that often. I'm pretty sure that's useless, that's less useless, and this is, oh, teleportation potion, neat. Well, I'm not going to bother actually crafting that, but it's neat at least. So yeah, I'm actually going to head out to the main menu right now, because of course you can play your Terraria character in different worlds, so I'm just going to make a small corruption world. Yeah, this is fine. Alright, the world is made, load in, and now I'm just going to go exploring for the corruption. I'll see you guys there. Oh wow, I found it right off the bat, that's pretty nice. So yeah, I'm just going to look for a nice fishing pond around here. Here's some water. Of course, I'm going to need more than just that, so I'm hoping that I'll find some more. I bet I could make it out of this stuff. So you can see here, there's 2 big chunks of water. I bet if I connect these, this will make 300. There's the first Evan Koi. There's the second Evan Koi. That one took a long time. I realize actually I've been saying that like the fish take a long time, but looking at the amount of duration that my potion has gone down, it's probably less than 2 minutes for that one fish. So I suppose it's not really a long time, it just feels like forever since I'm sitting here at a still screen watching text go by. Honestly, I can't really be bothered to figure out every ingredient that I'm gonna need, so I'm just gonna grab every single herb in my collection and just head up to the crafting station, and it'll work out eventually. Alright, so you can see there's a lot of potions that I could craft right now. that I'll start getting on making probably 3 of each. So there's 3 regens, 3 swifts, 3 iron skins, 3 sake. What's next? 3 summoning pots. Wow, I didn't even need any. I only needed the 1 variegated lardfish for that. Actually, I needed 2. 2 variegated lardfish for 3 pots, and it didn't end up using the second one. 3 life force pots. It turned out that I needed all 3 of the prismites for that. Endurance pots. Rage. Oh, my inventory's full. Well, I guess I'll start using this dump chest again. So, maybe I'll make I'll grab a new chest, actually, because this is kind of like endgame prep. I only have 1 exquisitely stuffed, I only have 1 major improvements to all stats food. The rest of them are going to have to be medium improvements to all stats, so that's a little unfortunate, but it should be fine. Okay, so next up, I crafted the Rage, so next up is Wrath. And that might actually be it for the potions now. Take a look at this. So we're going to have quite a number of buffs. I mean, if you look at this, we've got more melee attack, more melee damage, more crit chance, less damage taken, faster regen speed, faster move speed, increased defense, increased summons. So I'm going to have 3 segments of my dragon. I can have 20% more health and 10% overall more damage. And this thing increases melee damage by a considerable amount on top of defense and all the nonsense. So we really are getting a crazy amount of stats out of this. Okay, now my inventory is completely cleaned out. It hasn't looked this clean since I started the world, honestly. So, yeah, I guess I'll head over to do one of the pillars about now. I don't know if I'm going to do Nebula or Vortex first. Tough choice. Honestly, in my opinion, Nebula is easier than Vortex, and I tried to do an easy pillar. Well, I tried to do the summon and whatever main class you're going pillars first, because you want to get the weapons, and then I try to do one of the easier pillars last, because, well, you want to have as much health as you can going into the actual final boss. So, yeah, I'll just start killing. See you guys once the 100 reaches 0. Oh, it's also one more thing I'm going to be doing as prep is you can turn these fragments with greater health pots into super health pots, which will give you even more healing per use. So once I have 600 health with the life force pot, altogether that will be 1/3 of my health per potion, which is pretty good, which is pretty nice healing. Right, actually I forgot. In my opinion, the best melee weapon to be using for the Ranger Pillar is the Terrablade, because the enemies in the Ranger Pillar are actually very small and kind of hard to hit, especially with the Daybreak. I'm just not very good at aiming the Daybreak, honestly. But the Terrablade, no problems aiming the Terrablade. That thing's really easy to aim, so I'll probably use the Terrablade. There is one last thing I'm thinking of, actually. I know I've put off the moonlord fight for quite a while now. I'm thinking of taking off the Shield Cthulhu and putting on the Empress's expert accessory. I'm going all out with preparation here, so I'm probably gonna end up doing that. So yeah, once I kill this Ranger Pillar, I'll head over to the. Oh wait, actually, since I have kind of an odd Hallow biome, this might not work, but I'll check the wiki and then I'll see you guys over there. Wait, I just realized, even with the maximum survivability build, I'm still taking crazy damage from these things. That's not a good sign, actually. Like, I've got full warding, defense, one of my accessories is solely geared towards defense, and I'm using maximum defense armor, too. You know, like maximum. I'm sure that there is a higher defense set out there, but this thing gives you crazy regeneration over time, so I should be having the absolute peak of survivability right now, but I'm still dying every once in a while. I mean, not dying, but functionally dying, where I have to mirror home and heal. And all dead. So, actually I might die from these enemies even after I kill the pillar. These rangers are really tough to kill because they fly so fast and they hit so hard. But there it goes. So, nothing really interesting happens after killing the 3rd pillar. It's the 4th pillar that spawns the final boss. Only 44 fragments, so this is a more normal amount of fragments. I'm actually kind of insanely surprised that I got so many fragments out of the solar pillar. So, Hornet Banner. It's nice to store away these banners of the pillar enemies so that you can bring them around for next time. Like, if I end up not being able to kill the moonlord, I'm gonna want to be able to kill these pillars again easier. So what I'm gonna do right now, actually, is I'm gonna wait for nighttime. Alright, so I'll grab my clock and then I'll see you guys once nighttime starts. Alright, well, it has become nighttime, so I'm gonna head over to the Hallow and see if it's physically possible for me to get a Lacewing in this world. So, Lacewings spawn, and I forgot my map. Okay, so Lacewings are a pure white butterfly. They spawn only at night and in the Hallow. So, I've got pretty much all my stuff, all my bug hunting equipment on. The Lifeform Analyzer shows the name of rare creatures, such as the Lacewing. The Critter Companionship Guide will make it so I can't accidentally kill it, and then I can grab the bug net to, actually grab it. So the thing with, what is it? Right. The thing with the Lacewing is you can catch it with a net, and once you're prepared, actually, you can just release it from your inventory, and that'll, like, turn it into a regular enemy again. But, if you kill the bug, it will summon the Empress of Light. The Empress of Light is a neat little boss. I'm kind of already past her. I should have fought her around the time that I fought Golem, but now I'm kind of past that in progression. So, well, she has a very nice expert accessory that makes it so that you can get... my spider senses are telling me that I'm not going to find it here, so I'm actually going to head over to that Burner Corruption world and turn it into hard mode real quick. So I'll see you guys in a sec. I just realized, actually, that if I want to fight the Empress, if I want to get a Lacewing in this world, I'm going to have to kill Plant. And in order to kill Plant, I'm going to have to kill all 3 mechs. So I think, actually, I'm going to just not do that, and I'll fight the final boss about now, actually. So, I'm not going in with ultra, mega perfect preparation. There were some things I should have done before spying the pillars. I was just a little bit impatient when I was doing that, so, we'll see if it works out. So I'm going to put away everything that isn't the absolute necessities, and then I'll grab all my potions and get geared up for the final fight. Assuming, of course, I win. Right, I actually completely forgot about the Mage Pillar. I'll do that right now. So, the Mage Pillar, I usually use the Daybreak for. These enemies are kind of tanky, hit really hard, but not as hard to hit as the Ranger Pillar, which is why I say that it's easier. Plus, there are some little guys that try to come straight at you, but those little guys are really easy to kill, so since there's like a fodder enemy that you can easily kill, that's why I find that this pillar is typically easier than the Ranger Pillar. The Ranger Pillar doesn't have any fodder enemies that you can easily get farm kills on. Another nice thing about this pillar is that it's just target practice. Since these enemies fly around, like, roughly following you, it's almost in a similar way to the way that the moonlord flies. You get a little bit of target practice using the spear. There are 2 builds that I can try out after I, well, if I fail the moonlord, there are 2 more builds I can try out. One build is full-on damage, where oh yeah, this is what happens if one of the fodder enemies hits you. You get the, whatever that is. It's not all that pressing, because you can just kill them really quickly. They don't have much health, so they die fast anyway. So, the 2 extra builds that I could try would be, one, I go with, instead of wings, and I take off both my wings and my boots, and I swap over to a mount for my flight, and then I use all damage accessories in place of movement accessories. The other option that I have is to stick with this build, actually, except replace my Shield of Cthulhu with an infinite flight accessory. So wings are very good, of course, but if I have infinite flight with good wings, then that means that you have extremely good mobility for the moonlord. So one of them is a mobility loadout, and one of them is a mobility loadout, and one of them is a damage loadout. But of course, I'm not exactly planning to lose this fight. I'm just assuming that I probably will. Yeah, actually, for some reason the Mage Pillar feels easier than usual today. I mean, I've been getting hit by these little fodder enemies more than usual, but at the same time, I'm losing way less health than usual. Maybe they just don't do enough damage to get through my current survivability setup. Alright, so the pillar is open now, so I'll head over with my Solar Eruption, since that thing does absolutely monstrous damage to targets you can get right up to. So, as soon as I kill this pillar, it's gonna be go time. I believe it's gonna be like 60 seconds until the moonlord spawns. You can see the message impending doom approaches. So, yeah, I'll quickly grab these fragments, as many as I can. Grab it, please. Turn on my healing. I'm gonna make sure I'm absolutely maximum health first, and then after that, I'm gonna go over to the Ancient Manipulator and try and craft myself some better healing potions. I do have a little while before the moonlord spawns. You can see the screen is shaking right now. If you don't like that, close your eyes. I don't like it very much myself, but so the thing is, you can use these fragments to craft better healing potions. There we go. I've got my health at max, so I can try and craft myself healing potions now, wherever they are. Healing potions, please. There it is. So I'll make myself 40 is going to be much more than I'll need. So yeah, I'll head over to the arena right now, and I believe the moonlord should be spawning any second. So I'm going to hit buff as soon as it spawns. So arena is here, and my health potion just got off cooldown too, which is very nice. So yeah, I'll just be waiting here for the moonlord to spawn. I'll see you guys in a second. There it is. So, big man, the top eye you want to try and get to first. The top eye spends the least time open of all of the 3 eyes, so you generally, whenever it's open, you try to go for it. There it is. When it opens like that and it goes to the middle, that means it's about to spawn a Mega Laser. The Mega Laser hits like a truck. Do not get hit by the Mega Laser. Best way to dodge the Mega Laser is to be going over the head. Usually, when you're going over the head, it's a good time to change directions too, so you can stay in your arena. When it has this little like arm thing attached to you, it'll make little white bits, and those little white bits will actually heal itself if they get to the moonlord itself. So you really don't want those white bits to get to it. I find that one of the better ways of avoiding the laser is not just to fly around it, but to be already kind of high above the moonlord when the laser bits spawn. I'm gonna try and swap directions here. Ow, poorly timed direction swap. You can see that it's about to summon the laser thing, so I'm gonna try and get to the ground to reset my flight. Okay, just barely managed to dodge that one. I'm getting some pretty good survivability here. This is the benefits of going maximum survivability melee, because melee is already the highest defense class. And okay, so the first eye is down. So when you break each of the 3 eyes, it'll summon a mini boss. So this is what it's called a true Eye of Cthulhu. The true Eyes of Cthulhu are completely unkillable. Oh, I just barely dodged that. But the true Eyes of Cthulhu are completely unkillable and do quite a bit of damage, so you tend to want to not be near them as much as possible. Once you've killed the 3rd eye and you have all 3 of the true Eyes of Cthulhu out, then you can start dealing with the main core, which is where the final thing will spawn. It's going to be over here that I'm going to be shooting at. You can see I'm taking quite a bit of damage here. I'm trying to get over to the right side of the arena, left side of the arena. I know my left and my right, but it's because I'm trying to kill this eye and I need space to walk to actually do it. There we go. So that's the 3rd eye down, and now I can start working on the core here. So I'm down to half health, but it's looking still pretty good right now. It's kind of just because I've got overpowered potions helping me out. I'm not hitting my shots very well. That's honestly just my fault. I'm almost dead. I'm going to try mirroring home. This is kind of a cheap trick, but the moonlord will actually follow you or wherever you, and I died. Well, there are a couple cheap tricks you can use against the moonlord. One of them is mirroring home, because it gives you a second to run away before it actually teleports over, and you can actually use the nurse to heal yourself to full. I never used the nurse. That's way too cheaty for me, but well, I mean, I guess I could have used it. So, that's a failed attempt. I'll start gearing up for my next attempt just immediately. Wait, how long has it been? Okay, it's been an hour and a half. I have no idea how long that's going to edit down to. So, yeah, I'll just continue preparing for the rest of this episode. There's no reason to not make this the last episode. So, I've still got all my potions ready. Of course, all my potions are gone now that I died, but next thing to do, I'm probably going to be going for the all-out damage build first. I'm not going to try the Empress, because the Empress is going to be very annoying to get, since I'm going to have to build an artificial hollow biome for that. So, in order to fight the Martians, actually, I'm going to check the wiki, just make sure I remember. Alright, yeah, okay, I remember. So, the Martian probe spawns in the space layer in the outer 2/3 of the map, which is directly quoted from the wiki. So, I'm just going to head to one of these sky islands that are near the edge of the map, and then just build up until it's space, and then I'll wait for a probe to spawn. I don't actually have a water candle on, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I bet I left a water candle up on the flying island, so hopefully that'll bail me out. Wait a minute, did I even have my Stardust Dragon out during that fight? Oh, wow, that was easy. Go away. Don't, yeah, okay, so, you can right-click on your summons to make them go away, but that was a Martian probe. My Stardust Dragon tried to kill it, but, I quickly turned it off, so it didn't end up doing that. So, here's the Martian Madness event. They hit pretty hard. They do a lot of, they have, like, they don't have all that much health, but they hit really hard. So, well, I mean, it's not the worst event in the world. What I'm looking for is the, what is it called? I'm looking for the Martian Saucer enemy. Why are there no enemies spawning? What? Oh, I guess it's only near the center of your world then. Okay. So, I guess I'll head back over here. Maybe I'll try using my, I really don't want to get my NPCs annihilated. I'll, what am I gonna do? I'll turn on the raid. I can't turn on the raid lever because none of my NPCs are in their houses. I guess I'll just use this area as an arena and hope that my NPCs survive. So there's the mini boss of this event is called the Martian Saucer. It's I'll talk about it when I see it, but the Martian Saucer is the Mothron equivalent. It has a drop which is a mount, kind of like the King Slime mount, but it gives you infinite flight, which is pretty nice. It doesn't have the fastest acceleration in the world, but infinite flight is infinite flight. Oh, there's a Martian Saucer, so it's got 4 parts to it. You can see there that it shoots lasers out of those 4 parts. It's kind of getting wrecked because I've got endgame near level equipment. There's a Mega Laser there. Don't get hit by the Mega Laser. Mega Laser hits really, really hard. And once it reaches half health, it starts Mega Lasering you really often. It's kind of hard to dodge the Mega Laser. I actually completely forgot about how to even dodge it. It goes back and forth, where it'll laser from right to left, and then left to right, and then right to left, and then left to right. But I don't remember, actually, I completely forgot how to dodge that, so this might end up being kind of a slaughter. So yeah, I'll see you guys once the next saucer spawns. Oh, there's another saucer. So, I guess I'll head over to the arena. So I'm gonna head over to, well, I don't know. Actually, I'm just gonna keep on fighting and hope that this works. So in the first stage, it's not that moving, it doesn't move that fast, so you can dodge the Mega Laser pretty easy. It's the second stage that really matters. Oh man, I have confusion. I hate confusion. I'm just gonna walk in a direction. I'm gonna wait for this confusion effect to wear off before I send it to the second phase. So there we go, second phase is up. And then now what do? Dash to the left, dash to the right. Okay, so yeah, you just move left and right and it'll work out. Don't get hit like I did. Do as I say, not as I do. It's starting to move faster and faster as it gets closer and closer to dead, but it's practically dead right now. We got the Xeno Staff, so this is a pretty solid summon. Not as good as the Stardust Dragon Staff, because the Stardust Dragon Staff is endgame level, but it is still pretty useful. If I wanted to go absolutely hardcore preparation, I could get the, what is it called? I could get the Terra Prisma, I think it's called, where you kill the Daytime Empress to get an extremely good summon, but I would be practically just going dual class at that point. So I'm just going to stick with my Stardust Dragon. Plus, Stardust Dragon is cooler. Oh, we got a Laser Drill, too. Laser Drill is a very nice pickaxe. It has quite a bit of range, and I believe it can break any block. Here's another saucer. I'm actually getting pretty lucky with these saucers. I don't normally get 3 in a single event. So, just don't get annihilated. I realize I am kind of wasting my 200 health potions here, but it's not too bad, because 40 of them is more than enough for boss fights. So, I'm going to switch over to the, I'm going to switch over to the, spear here, because I think that the spear might be better. I keep getting hit by stuff, and this stuff is making me, unable to dodge. I might actually put on a Cobalt Shield, wow. So, yeah, I guess I'll put on a Cobalt Shield for the next saucer, because I kept getting knocked back when I was trying to get away from the laser. Don't tell me it's not going to give me another saucer for the rest of the event. That'd be kind of... Oh, there we go. One more. Right when I complained. Alright, so, saucer time. I've got knockback resistance now, so I should be able to dodge this well enough. So I am doing 18% less damage, which is not something you like to see. Right, so it's about to get to the half health stage again. I almost got hit by that. I'll quickly get these guys out of the way so it doesn't be a bother. Gonna come back. And forth. Ow. Forth. Back and forth, back and forth. I gotta make sure I keep my dash for when it changes directions on me. There we go. Didn't get it. So, yeah, that's the event over. So I guess I'll see you guys once I spawn a new event. Oh, there's a probe down there. That was actually really quick, only a couple seconds. So, that'll fly away. Martians will invade again. Is everything geared up? I think everything's geared up. I took off an accessory. Right, I took off my Destroyer emblem, but that's fine to not have on. Yeah. I'll see you guys once another Martian saucer spawns. Alright, back to full. So, actually I'm gonna grab my clock. So, the reason I want my clock is because I want to be able to see when it turns nighttime, because once it turns nighttime, I will be able to get my NPCs into their houses, teleport into their houses. Once they teleport into their houses, I can pretty easily shut them into with the raid lever. This is one of the downsides of letting your NPCs walk around freely. If they can walk around freely, then they can get themselves in trouble during events. But, I don't know. I like having my NPCs walk around freely. It feels unnatural to get them stuck in a cave like that. Where is it? There it is. Oh, it's in the wall. Okay. Probably use my Terra Blade for this first phase since it's all multiple target. I might actually just stick with the Terra Blade so I can focus on dodging because clearly I can't dodge very well. So yeah, I'll use the easy to aim weapon and just continuously focus on dodging. About half. And there we go. So, head out. And it's gonna cross me. Across. Taking a bunch of damage from the low enemies. This is looking pretty easy. I'm hoping just that I get the key now so I don't have to deal with this anymore. Is that a key? That is not a key. Electro Sphere Launcher, I believe. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next thing that spawns. Oh, there's another saucer. A couple seconds after I left. I mean, said see you guys in a sec. So, well, yeah. I'll see you guys once I find the key, more realistically. That's more important. Still no key. I got a shotgun from it. The Ranger shotgun's actually really high damage. Oh wow, we got one back to back. That's pretty cool. But the shotgun is really high damage. It's just really hard to aim. So with glorified bullets, it's pretty good though, since homing bullets nullifies the hard to aim part. Ow! I just dashed directly into that laser beam. Oh, there we go. Finally, the key. So cosmic car key. I will explain it more once the event is over. Okay, there we go. Martians are dead, so I'll get them off screen so that they despawn, and I'll talk about the stuff that I got. So this thing, you can see... Wait, what? Oh, I guess the Electrosphere launcher is actually a rocket launcher. I didn't realize. I thought it was a mage weapon. I guess I was completely out of the loop on that one. But, let me finish off these guys. But, this thing, pretty neat hook when you use it. Except when you use it, it doesn't actually, like, pull you straight to the block. You can, rotate around the thing that you grapple to, which is a pretty neat hook. I still prefer regular grapple hooks just for the way that they are. This, you can see, watch it, it shoots out bubbles and then it'll converge on your mouse. So it's kind of like a shotgun, but it's ultra delayed, but it shoots very fast. So when you have homing bullets on this thing, it's actually a very nice gun. Cosmic car key, put that in place of your mount, and then when you hit your mount button, I have my mount button on H, you can fly around. Your mount button is not automatically on H, by the way. I believe heal is normally H, but I just like mount on H. This thing, it's a laser drill. It's a laser. It's a drill. That's kind of what it is. It doesn't actually have axe power like the pick saw, so I usually don't end up using it, even though it is convenient for building with. So yeah, I'll see you guys once everything's sold. So anyway, if you look at this Martian saucer now, here's the reason why I wanted this. This flight speed is completely unaffected by whether you have wings and boots on. Which means, and shields, which means that I have 3 whole accessory slots that I can dedicate solely to damage now. Plus, you can't even take any knockback in this thing. So I can take off all of these accessories here and devote them solely to DPS and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'll see you guys once I've got my accessories all sorted. Alright, I went on a little journey through the wiki. I don't think I'm going to have enough time in this episode to actually finish all of this preparation, so it looks like this will be one more episode in the series before I end it off. So what I need is, well, a bunch of things. I'm actually not going to be using the Charm of Myths for this final battle. I'm going to put that back in the chest. I'm going to need a second gauntlet, and I'm going to need a Paladin's Shield from the dungeon. And I'm going to need a whole lot of Souls of Night, too. That's nice and inconvenient, considering I don't have any. So, yeah. What I'm trying to get right now is I'm trying to get the, what's it called? I'm trying to get the, I think they're called Flesh Knuckles from the Crimson Mimic. They give you 8 defense. That's not a huge thing on its own. But they craft some pretty nice things. For example, Fire Gauntlet. The thing that makes the Fire Gauntlet was the Power Glove, right? You can craft the Power Glove with a Flesh Knuckles to get another gauntlet, which gives you stacks the melee damage and melee speed on top of giving you extra defense. So it's basically just a defensive version of the Fire Gauntlet. And then on top of that, I can also get the Hero Shield, which is made with the Paladin Shield and another Flesh Knuckles. So I need 2 Flesh Knuckles, so this is going to be a lot of souls grinding. But the thing about the Flesh Knuckles, well, I mean, the thing about the Hero Shield is that the shield itself gives you defense, the Flesh Knuckles give you more defense, and, well, just altogether, you get a pretty high defense accessory. So you get a whole lot of defense coming out of the Hero Shield, a whole lot of extra defense coming out of the, actually, the Flesh Knuckles might be the, Oh, it's the Berserker's Glove as I'm looking for. So the Berserker's Glove and the Hero Shield. So between the Berserker Glove and the Hero Shield, I should have some pretty crazy defense. Because if you remember, I said that defense kind of stacks exponentially. So, oh, hey, well, that's nice. Just gave me a free Mimic. Well, so, yeah, I'll see you guys. Oh, that's actually one of the things I needed. So I need 2 of these Flesh Knuckles. So, wow, that was actually really nice. So, yeah, I'll see you guys once I get the second one. One thing I'm really not looking forward to is I'm going to have to get a new Titan Glove, actually. And if you remember, it took me hours to get the last Titan Glove. Of course, ordinarily it doesn't take me hours to get a Titan Glove, but considering how tough it was to get the first one in this world, I am not excited to try and get a second one. Alright, I've got the stuff to craft the first Shadow Key. Pop, pop, pop. Chests. It is a little bit annoying that you have to get in and out of your UFO in order to go into buildings, but, I mean, if you take your hat off going into a building, doesn't it kind of make sense to take off your UFO? I guess while I'm here, I'll take a look at this traveling merchant has to sell. That's a whole lot of garbage. You can see here there's a counterweight. That's a yo-yo accessory. It does the exact same thing as the other counterweight that I bought from the Skelly merchant. This bow is actually pretty solid, just I never end up using it because I hardly go ranger anyway. So I'll see you guys after this fight. Wow, that was literal seconds. Anyway, Feated Bagnacks, not going to be using them. Pretty solid weapon, but only for the cheese strats that I don't like. So yeah, I'll see you guys once I get the next Shadow Key. Oh hey, there's another Mimic over there. That's very convenient for me. Ah, Dark Gun. Dark Gun I actually hear is extremely good, but I've never actually used it in a run before. I'll try it probably in one of my later runs. It's just that Ranger has so many good guns for, good weapons for early hard mode. I never end up using the Dart Pistol, because, like, there's the Daedalus Stormbow, which is so good. There's the, what else is there? On top of the Daedalus Stormbow, they also have the Onyx Blaster, and between those two things, I never really find myself looking for enough guns, so I just don't bother. Finally got enough souls for another Mimic fight. Pop, 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 pop. And all gone. Oh, another Dart Pistol. Okay, well, I got 2 of something, but it's not the something that I need. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. Given how long it's been, actually, for this recording, I know it's kind of an anticlimactic ending again, but I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the grinding bits off camera, and then I'll see you guys in the next episode ready to fight the moonlord again.